Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into the exciting world of UK coin collecting, and trust me, you'll want to check your change after this video. I'm going to show you two of the most valuable new 50p coins in the UK that are currently selling for way more than 50. Hence, these little coins could be worth big money, and you might already have one sitting in your wallet. Let's get started. First up, the history behind the 1997 50p coin is key to understanding why collectors talk about it so much. From 1969 until 1997, the 50p coin was noticeably larger and heavier, so large in fact that many found it inconvenient for pockets and coin purses. After nearly 3 decades, the Royal Mint reduced the size to make the coin more practical. This makes the 1997 50p the very first year of issue for the small size 50p coins for collectors. First year issue coins always carry a little more charm on the obverse head side. You'll see the familiar Queen Elizabeth II portrait by Raphael Malcolm, the elegant portrait used from 1985 until 1997. On the reverse tail side, you'll still find Christopher Ironside seated Britannia design holding her trident with the lion beside her, a design that would only last one more year before being replaced by the Royal Shield design. So 1997 is historically significant on multiple fronts. Smaller size last Maklov portrait last years of classic Britannia. Collectors always ask, how rare is it? Well, the answer is the small size 1997 50p is not exactly rare. Over 456 million of these coins were struck for circulation, which is a huge number, meaning they were everywhere. If you lived in the UK at the time, you probably saw these coins constantly. But there's an interesting twist. There are also large-sized 1997 50p coins that were not released into general circulation. These were struck only for special collector sets, which makes them much scarcer. If you happen to own a large 1997 50p, especially in pristine condition, it's a completely different story value-wise. So step 1 is checking which one you have. Measure it and compare it with any modern 50p coin. If it's noticeably bigger, you might have one of the scarce old spec 1997 pieces. You might have seen references to something called, when people talk about coins like this in numismatic circles, mint simply means the coin's place of manufacture. In the UK, the Royal Mint, or its state of preservation mint condition, meaning uncirculated. The phrase is not a standard Royal Mint term. It is most likely referring to a grading scale like Mint State 40, which is used by professional grading services. Means the coin is technically uncirculated but may have quite a few mark spots or weak luster. Some sellers also use to mean they have 40 mint condition coins. So if you see this phrase online, don't assume it's a special edition. It probably refers to condition or grading level, not a separate type of coin. The safest bet is to have the coin graded by a recognized agency. If you think it's in exceptional shape, to figure out whether your 1997 50p is just a common circulation piece or a valuable collectible, you need to look at a few key details. First, check for sharpness of design. Are the Queen's hair strands crisp, or are they worn smooth? Are Britannia's shield and trident fully detailed? Next, examine the fields, the flat areas, under good lighting to look for scratches, dag marks, or stains. A coin in mint state will have no wear on the high points and will still have its original mint luster, a kind of cartwheel shine when tilted under light edge. Mix and toning can lower value unless the toning is attractive and even, and of course, look for errors. Off center strikes, double strikes, or planche flaws can all increase collector interest. The better the eye appeal, the more collectors will pay, because there are so many of the small size 1997 50p coins. Most circulated examples are worth just about 50p to maybe a pound or two if they're in excellent condition. Where value really jumps is in uncirculated examples or coins taken from special Royal Mint packs, often sold as brilliant uncirculated or proof sets. These coins can fetch £5, £10, or even more depending on demand. The larger 1997 50p coins from mint sets are even more sought after, and if they're in pristine proof condition with original packaging, they can go for considerably more, sometimes well over £100. Beware of wildly inflated online listings claiming values in the thousands for ordinary coins. Look at actual completed sales to gauge realistic market prices. Error coins are a whole different category, and 1997 50p coins are no exception. While most coins are struck perfectly, a small number inevitably have mistakes. Off-center strikes, aligned dies, weak strikes, or planchette flaws. These can make the coin far more interesting to collectors. If you find a coin that looks very different, missing detail, blank areas, double images, it might be worth getting authenticated. Another niche area is pattern coins and trial strikes, though these are very rare and usually come from inside sources or auctions, not loose change. If you think you found an unusual example, post clear photos to numismatic forums or groups. Many experienced collectors are happy to help confirm whether you have something special. Before you decide to sell, take clear, high-resolution pictures of both sides of the coin and, if possible, weigh and measure it. Compare with reputable reference sites like Numbers or the Royal Mint's own guides to confirm which version you have. If you think it's high grade, consider submitting it to a grading service like NGC or TCGSA. Coin. A certified holder with a grade like or higher can sell for significantly more when selling. Use trusted platforms like eBay. Look at completed listings for pricing. Coin dealers or coin fairs. Be honest about condition and avoid claiming it's worth thousands without evidence. Collectors appreciate accuracy and honesty. Unfortunately, because of how popular coin collecting has become, there are many misleading online ads claiming common 50p coins are worth small fortunes. The 1997 50p is often shown in clickbait articles with crazy price tags. Don't fall for hype. The majority of these coins are still only worth face value. The exceptions are coins in perfect mint state, coins from special sets, or those with major minting errors. By researching mintage numbers, checking condition carefully, and consulting with knowledgeable collectors, you can separate the valuable coins from the ordinary ones and avoid disappointment or overpaying. So there you have the full story on the 1997 United Kingdom 50-pence coin, from its historic size reduction to what probably means, plus everything you need to know about its potential value. If you have one of these coins, check it carefully. You might have a common piece, but you could also have a high-grade collector's item, or even one of the scarce large-size versions from sets. Either way, this is a coin every UK collector should have in their collection. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit the like button, subscribe for more coin history videos, and tell me in the comments if you own a 1997 50p and what condition. Next up, the year 2001 sits right in the middle of the Britannia era of 50p coins. By this time, the coin had already been reduced to the smaller size that happened in 1997, so the 2001 50p is the smaller modern specification that we still use today. The obverse of the coin shows the forced definitive portrait of Queen Elizabeth II designed by Ian Rank. Broadly, you can recognize this portrait because the Queen's tiara is very detailed, her face is fuller than in earlier portraits, and the initials IRB are clearly visible just below her neck. The reverse still shows the classic seated Britannia design by Christopher Ironside, one of the most iconic reversed designs in British coinage history, with Britannia holding her trident and shield seated next to the lion. This design would soon be replaced in 2008 by the Royal Shield design, so coins like the 2001 50p are part of the last decade of Britannia coins in circulation. The mintage for the 2001 50p coin is high compared to many commemorative coins. Roughly 456 million standard Britannia 50p coins were produced for circulation that year, which means they are not considered rare. You could easily find them in your change throughout the early 2000s, and many still circulate today. But while the overall mintage is large and circulated, examples in perfect condition are much less common. Because most of these coins saw heavy use, there were also some brilliant uncirculated Buan-proof versions released by the Royal Mint in annual coin sets. Those special strikes have much lower mintages and are highly desirable to collectors because they were never meant for everyday circulation and usually come in pristine condition. Let's address the phrase you sometimes hear online. This isn't an official Royal Mint term, but collectors often use to mean mint condition. Could refer to a numerical grade in the Sheldon coin grading scale, which goes from 1 to 70. MS40 mint state is the lowest level of uncirculated grade, meaning it technically has no circulation, where but it can have many marks, dullness, or Unattractive toning. If someone claims to have a 2001 50p and they could be describing it's great, in this way alternatively, could simply mean they own 40 coins in mint state, which is common for bulk collectors in any case, unless the coin is certified by a grading company like NGC or TCGS. Take such claims with caution. If you want to know whether your 2001 50p is worth more than face value, start by looking at its condition. Is it shiny with full mint luster or dull with scratches and wear? Next, check the edges for damage, since chips and dents reduce value. Look at Britannia's trident and shield. Are the lines sharp or worn smooth? Look closely at the Queen's portrait. Does it still have hair detail and facial definition? Collectors also love error coins, so inspect for off-center strikes, double strikes, rotated dies, or any unusual planchet flaws. Error coins can be worth significantly more, sometimes 10x to 50x face value, depending on rarity. And finally, check for most circulated 2015 op coins. The value is still close to face value, maybe £1, £2 if the coin is in really nice condition and you find the right dear but brilliant uncirculated coins taken from Royal Mint sets can sell for £3, £5, and proof coins can sell for even more, especially if they're still sealed in their original packaging. Remember that value is determined by actual completed sales, not the sometimes wild asking prices you see online. You might see sellers listing ordinary 2001 50p coins for £100 or more, but that doesn't mean anyone is actually paying that price. Always check completed sales on eBay or with major dealers to see what people have really paid. One thing to keep in mind is that there are no commemorative 50p coins dated 2001 in circulation, only the Britannia type. This means there are no low mintage key date 50p designs to hunt for from that year, like the Kew Gardens 50p from 2009. But as mentioned earlier, there are proof coins and brilliant uncirculated coins dated 2001, and these have smaller mintages, making them more desirable for date-set collectors. If you have a proof coin in its original case, especially if it's part of a complete annual set, its value will be higher than a loose coin. If you decide to sell your 2001 50p, take clear, well-lit photos of both sides and, if possible, the edge. Include close-ups that show condition clearly. Describe it honestly. Circulated, uncirculated, proof or error coin. If you think it's very high grade, you might want to have it certified, but certification can be costly, so weigh that against the coin's potential value. For most circulated 2001 50p coins, it's probably not worth sending off for grading. You can sell on online marketplaces like eBay or to coin dealers, but be aware that dealers will usually offer slightly less since they need to make a profit. There's a lot of misinformation about modern 50p coins online, with claims that ordinary coins are worth hundreds or even thousands. While it's true that some rare 50p designs like Kew Gardens can fetch high prices, the 2001 Britannia 50p is not one of the rare dates. Its value lies mainly in condition, special mint versions, and any errors. Don't fall for listings that promise huge payouts for common coins unless they're graded high R proofs or have verified minting errors. So there you have it, the full breakdown of the 2001 UK 50 pence coin, from its history to its market value, and even the mysterious phrase you might see online for most people: the coin in your pocket change is worth face value, but high grade, uncirculated, or proof examples can be worth keeping or selling for a small profit. If you have one you think might be special, check condition carefully, compare with reference photos, and maybe get it appraised. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment telling me if you've ever found an unusually nice 2001 50p. Thanks for watching.